Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Grand Arena Championships. Finally, it's back. This is the first round of the full Grand Arena Championships after the month-long exhibition. And so I'm very excited. We are going up against Two-Phase Omega here tonight. And Two-Phase Omega has a pretty decent roster. He has pretty much all of the meta teams. His Grievous is only Gear 12, not Gear 13, although he does have the Gear 12 finisher on. He just hasn't put that final Gear 12 plus piece. So he is missing one major piece there to make that team really good, but he's got pretty much everything else. Scoundrels and Night Sisters, and you name it, he's got it. So he's at 4.46 million GP, which is right around where I'm at. I bumped my GP up just over 4.5 million, but that was unfortunately just after the player lock. So I am still in Division 2, which I found to be very unfortunate. I was trying to push up to Division 1 so that I could get those little bit better rewards at beat. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I have no idea if the I have no idea if I will be able to change my division between or in the middle of Grand Arena, so we'll have to see about that. We can go over here though and take a quick look at the matchup. Go. Okay, so here's our matchup. We don't have any of the lifetime information for GA stats because now that they've reset everything. So we can see our GP though, we're both 4.5 million. Our top 80 is the same. We're both competitive in squad and fleet arenas. We can take a look at our roster here. He's got 4 additional Zetas on me. I have more Gear 11. He's got more Gear 12. I've got 1 additional Gear 15. When we look at our actual Gear 12 plus pieces though, I have a lot more of those Gear 12 plus pieces. So that means that I finish higher than him generally. 5th raid. I don't know that that actually makes a difference other than the fact that I've got that gear. We look at 6-dot mods. I've got way more 6-dot mods on him, so I definitely have a big mod advantage. We are fairly even on the speed mods. And then on the offense mods, I've got him... Offense mods aren't going to matter as much. Speed mods are so important. So that's the basic tale there. And then we can go over and take a look-see at my comparison here. I try to predict, this is something I do every Grand Arena, I try to predict what teams he is going to place on defense, and which ones he's going to hold for offense. And so this is basically what I have come up with. I suspected he was going to place his Darth Revan team, his Grievous, his Night Sisters, Geos, First Order, Bounty Hunters, with either Bosk or Jango lead. He had both of them Zated, Scoundrels, and Carth. So that's what I suspected, and these teams that are highlighted in yellow here are teams that he has in his front. So we can see that I've already got a pretty big advantage knowing what he was going to place. I had plans for it. So for Darth Revan, I'm planning on taking Padme. And Padme's probably not going to be able to clear it, so I'm suspecting I'll have to take CLS in as a backup team to finish it off. Then we've got his Night Sisters. I'm going to use my Geos against those. Bounty Hunters, I was going to use JTR, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that now because he does have the Jango lead and got Nest in there. That's pretty much anti-JTR right there. And then he had his Carth team, which I was planning on using EP against. But because I'm going to have JTR available, I think I'll probably end up using JTR here against his Carth team. And I'm going to have to figure out something else. bounty hunters. But I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do the bounty hunters after I try to take care of his Darth Revan team, as his Darth Revan team is with Carth on the top, and I'd like to kind of just see what's behind there before I try to figure out what I'm gonna do in the attack zone. Here we can see he's got his Jango bounty hunters. He's got all the Zetas that are really required. He's got the double Zeta boss, although the Zeta on the leadership's not going to matter because he's using Jango lead, but Jango lead is Zeted. He's got his Night Sister, or his nest in there. Then he's got his Night Sister team, which is decently modded, decently fast. Up here, he's got his Darth Revan team, Gear 13s, decently sped, all of that stuff. And then he's got his Carth team over here, well, with all of those Zetas as well. We can take a quick look at my defenses here. So I placed my Darth Revan on defense alongside my Grievous team with Newt. That was in Zone 1, so I made that one a really difficult zone for him to be able to break through. Behind that, we've got a kind of junk squads. Got my Rogue One squad and then my Wigs-led Rebels. Not expecting anything out of those, but I don't anticipate him really breaking through this zone, having looked at his roster. And then in the south section, I set my bounty hunters under Jango lead, and then I set my Carth team, which is I'm not expecting anything out of Carth team. And then behind there, I set my Night Sisters, and then I set my Ewoks. I'm not expecting anything out of my south side. I'm pretty much fully expecting my my Darth Revan and my Grievous to hold, and that's gonna be that. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into this. I'm gonna go in after his Darth Revan squad, and with this squad I'm gonna hope that I can take it out in one shot, but I'm not expecting it. And we're gonna be using our Galactic Republic. I've got the squad saved. I set these squads up not too long ago. I need to remember to use them. Alright, so I'm planning on using this this squad here, minus Barriss. I'm gonna throw 3PO in there. I'm thinking about even trying possibly to remove 3PO and throw in Yoda, and that may give me a better shot. And then for my Jedi Knight Revan team, I can throw Ezra in there. I think I am actually going to do that, especially since I don't believe that his he might set his Jedi Revan on defense, and if he does, that is going to screw me up a bit. But I really think that he probably is saving his Jedi Revan for offense, and even if he does put his Jedi Revan on defense, I can probably counter that with someone else. So, this is what we're gonna go with, and I'm hoping to take it out, like I said, in one shot. I'm not fully expecting to. I'm expecting to lose, but I'm hoping that I can at least take out like 3 characters, and then come back in maybe with CLS to finish it up. So that's what we're gonna try. And let's give this a go. So his team should all go before me. His Darth Revan should be faster than everyone. Fear everyone. There goes her and him, and there's that AoE. Now I can start doing my stuff. We're gonna go ahead and cleanse. Alright, so this is all good. We always expect all that to happen. And here we're going to go ahead and we're going to call some assists. We're going to try to put a buff immunity onto 5th Trooper. Now, I don't really want to waste Yoda's attacks and his 18 stacks here, so I'm kind of thinking about doing the buff spreads. I don't want to do the AoE because if I crit Malik, it's going to fear me, and that's going to just screw me up completely. We're going to go ahead and spread the buffs. Alright, so Anakin's going to go here, Anakin, I'm gonna just do a basic on. He had so many stacks that was almost gonna kill Sith Trooper. This will finish off Sith Trooper. I just didn't want to do the AoE, like I said. I just don't want to don't want to trigger that that nastiness. So here, we're in pretty good shape. I've got 23 stacks on Padme. That might be enough even to finish Darth Revan off. I'm gonna try it. Not quite. Not quite. So that was unfortunate. But maybe Yoda's gonna get his turn. Awesome, and we'll go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna finish off Revan. Okay, so there goes Yoda and Padme. Alright, so I got 2 of them out. I might have misplayed that some. I'm not 100% used to using Yoda in the team. That was unfortunate for sure. Probably should have just used Ahsoka. It's more what I was familiar with. But here we can go in with CLS team, and I should be able to finish this off with the CLS team. We throw in Thrawn for the control, fracturing Malak, and I should be fine. Just trying to decide if I need the 5th or if I can get away with 4. I am thinking that a 5th is going to be useful, and I'm probably going to be using Old Ben. That way I can save R2. Just trying to decide if I want to use R2 or if I can get away with Old Ben. I think I'm going to just do Old Ben. Having the stun on the basic of R2 would be very, very helpful. But I don't have any other use for Old Ben, so we're gonna give this a go. Hopefully, it's gonna work. And get rid of Bastila here first turn, so that there's not gonna be any corrupted battle meditation to prevent my my fracture. I'm going to actually swap turn meter over to on so that I can get a stun onto HK, because I didn't want him to get his annihilate ability, or not his annihilate, but his big hit off. And we'll be able to fracture on Malak here shortly. So we're gonna go for the stun, go for the fracture. Perfect. And from here on out, it's gonna be pretty easy. We're gonna save the stun. I want to save all of the stuns. Probably should not have done that, the stun move on Han, but that's alright. This is definitely going to be a win here. We're keeping Malak under control, keeping him stunned. So he's not going to be taking his turns even when the fracture wears off like it already has. And should have it in the bag now. Nope, now? Nope, now? There we go. Old Ben for the kill. Okay, so it took 2 teams, but if we refer back to my spreadsheet, I had expected to use these 2 teams against the Darth Revan. So that is done, and we can go and move back into the next team. This next team is going to be his Carth team. We'll be able to see what's behind there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take JTR against this team. It's fully Zetaed, so I don't want to underestimate it. I don't think he was like very well modded on this team. It just does have the full Zetas, so that's all I've got to really worry about. Speeds aren't too bad. He does have 700 offense on mission, so there is that to worry about. Ackbar, he is not modded for a lot of health and protection. Got Juhani here. Again, not very healthy. and Canderous. He does have an offense set on him. Not super fast. Some potency and 600 offense. Okay, so it's not terrible. The only real threat is the full Zetas on the team. So Jedi Ray should be able to handle this without a problem. We'll bring in Jedi Ray. I don't necessarily want to use Gavray. She's just too tender. She doesn't offer as much. So I think I am going to go ahead and bring in Resistance Trooper. Mainly because I want the Dispel on his special ability to be able to get rid of Zalbar's taunt. My only other option would be to basically bring in Droideka. But Droideka doesn't offer very much for this team. He just gives that extra little speed boost to the droids, but not really necessary. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this team. I should be okay. I might lose Resistance Trooper. That does seem to happen pretty often if I'm against a full Zeted team with Old Republic. We're going to start off with the Burning, trying to get some exposes on the field. I did get one, which is good. I got two. So now we're going to go ahead and try to get it exposed on Juhani, which didn't land, unfortunately. I was just trying to control the field. The more exposes that I get on the field, the better. Okay, so I did get an expose on her there. There's an expose on Zalbar. Not that it's going to matter very much because I'm going to be hitting him. Throw up the stealth. Kind of really want to focus on mission here. Okay, I don't want to AoE because if I AoE, it's going to hit all these exposes. If I hit the exposes, it might, looking at her turn meter. If I hit the exposes, it could cause some issues with, like, I might not get more exposes. But on the other hand, Juhani's about to take a turn, and she could throw up her taunt, which would cleanse all of the exposes. I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go for a basic on Zalbar. Dispel that. We're going to try... can't kill her off. So we're just going to continue working on these guys. Unfortunately, I still don't have an expose on mission. That's the downside of trying to use this team against these guys. Okay, so there went that cleanse I was talking about. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cleanse those debuffs, and give him that foresight. It's gonna help a little bit. Okay, so there's the expose, but that comes from the basic attack. Okay, so get some healing, get rid of that taunt. We're aiming for some stuns here. Good, got one stun there, that's great. Try to get a stun over here onto Canderous, awesome. Gonna work over here on Zalbar a little bit. Maybe I can even finish him off, that would be amazing. So we're gonna put that foresight back onto Finn. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. We're trying to heal up at this point. We're just trying to get as much protection back as we can. Try to finish with max banners. I'm using as many abilities as I can, trying to refresh the Illuminated Destiny, which I finally did get. Now if I can get over to Finn's turn again, it's possible that I can... Nope, I can't get another heal yet. So I am not going to finish full protection. I did get the full health with that last hit, just enough lifesteal to get that back. So he is going to be full health but not full protection, so 59 banners, pretty good. And now we get to see what's behind door number 1. Hey the Squid, nice to see you. Okay, so he's got an Ackbar lead team and he's got clones. The clones could be a little bit of an issue. I did not predict them. Also did not predict Ackbar. Ackbar won't be a problem. I can probably, well, I'm gonna say I could Wampa that, but I'm thinking I might even use the Wampa against his Nest bounty hunters. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do there. I do have Nest. Nest could take them out. But the clones, with the reworks, I'm not 100% sure what I'll do there. Alright, so we've got our Night Sisters here, and we've got Bounty Hunters. So I've got Treya available still, but Treya, if he's got Geos in the back, I'm probably going to want to be using my Geos there. I don't necessarily want to use my Treya against those Bounty Hunters. I've used those 3 teams. I don't know if my troopers are fast enough to deal with these Night Sisters. His zombie was not super healthy. He did have a good amount of speed on her though. 225. Spirit is 219. Added plus 30. He's 190. I think 1000 was faster than that. 14. And I think Daka was a little bit slower or faster. 223, so she was a little bit faster. 225 is the fastest on the zombie. The zombie has how much hit points? 36, 42, so 78,000. 78,500. I don't know if my troopers can handle that. Gotta look at my Stark and see how fast he is. Stark's at 255, and with the additional speed, he's definitely fast enough. The question is, can I break through his zombie in one shot? So, well, how healthy are these guys? And he does not have the Zetas. Okay, so without the Zeta on 5s, that's not as scary. I can probably use my my troopers back here, actually, because he doesn't have any Zetas except for the lead on Cody. The lead on Cody is only crit chance and crit damage. Hence, I think troopers would be best back here, honestly. And so I can just go with my normal plan against the Night Sisters, which would be my Geos. And then I just have to figure out what I'm going to do against this nest. It is a very tenacious nest. It is a very fast team. He had like plus 103% or something like that tenacity on his boss, so it was very, very tenacious. At 242 speed on the boss, he has 236 speed on the Django, and then he's got his nest in there, which is kind of a middling fast nest, not a ton of tenacity. So 64%, 65% tenacity, 80 speed. The Geos would be a good counter here. Treya would be a good counter here. think I might want to use my Traya against this team. Use my Geos against the Night Sisters. Then we can see what's in the back. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna go with the Geos against the Night Sisters. This is a guaranteed counter, very easy. 60 banners in the end. If I get less than 60 banners, I'll be very disappointed with myself. So we've already got rid of the 2 revives from Zombie. Here comes the Plague. It's not that big of a deal, as we regen health and protection on our basics. So there we go. She's down. And the Plague's already gone off of almost everyone. We're just gonna focus now on Asajj a little bit. I'm not worried about the Plague since they had already used that ability. So we'll just finish off Asajj. So she actually, let's do one better. We'll finish off Spirit, because Spirit does have that like crazy kind of one-shot potential. I actually want to focus on Talzin because of her plaguing. I don't want the Plague to come off and lower my health and protection. Whoa. Oh, that was weird. I don't know if you guys ended up seeing that. That was weird. Okay, so I've got full health and full protection on everyone. And go ahead and I can finish off Asajj here. Finish off the Zombie and 60 banners. So nice and easy there. Now we have Jango Bounty Hunters. So Jango Bounty Hunters, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Traya. I don't know if I want to take Traya, because if he has his Geos in the back, along with his... If he has Geos and Grievous, which I would suspect, I can only use Jedi Revan against one of those. And that's the downside of trying this out. Now I could try Palpatine. If my Palpatine is fast enough, Palpatine Vader, if they're fast enough and I can get enough stuns off, maybe I could do something with the Palpatine lead against his Geos, but I don't know. I've never tried that before. I do have, well, the tank's not gonna matter unless I use Scion. If I could break Scion away from this team. No, I don't like that. What am I gonna do? I have used a Palpatine team against Jango Bounty Hunters before, and I have been able to beat it, but I don't know that I want to try that with him having so much tenacity on his Bosk. I really want to save my Jedi Revan for the back in case he put his Grievous back there. That is going to be the best count. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna use... We're gonna go ahead and use our Treya here. And for fillers, we'll use our... We're gonna use our Maul and our Dooku as fillers. So we're gonna go for it. See what we can do. And I'm gonna pray that he doesn't have Geos in the back. If he does, things could go south. Yeah. I know you're a super fast team. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and stealth Dooku. Get rid of that taunt, maybe? Actually, no. Can isolate, though. There goes Maul. Alright, so... it looks like no one has buffs. Oh, he does have tenacity up, so we can hit him, get rid of that tenacity and all that stuff. I'm gonna go for a stun on Nest. Get some protection back. And go after Boba Fett. Do some of that cooldown increases. Trying to finish off Fett before he gets a nasty Annihilate off or something like that. Unfortunately, I cannot hit, or I can't kill off, rather. Oh wait, no, he has lost his damage immunity, so I could hit him. We're gonna try to daze over there, though. Unfortunately, there went Dooku. Let's get rid of Jango first. And we'll be slowly working on Dengar as he comes out of stealth, but in the meantime, we're planning on annihilating against their nest next. There's Held by Hatred. Go ahead and do that move. Okay, we're not really worried about doing another isolate, but we will to reduce the cooldown. More cooldown increases. Okay, this should kill off Dengar. It's gonna get rid of all those thermals. Oh, he had the Bounty Hunter's Resolve. Forget about that sometimes. Okay. I'm gonna wait for someone who can hit harder to hit Dengar. Go for a daze over here and a stun. Okay, you can hit Dengar, you can hit kinda hard. Okay, you remove that. That kills Dengar, awesome. Alright, so now we just annihilate here on Nest. I'm not gonna be able to recover any kind of health or protection. Well, or no protection, I'll be able to recover health, but no protection recovery, not enough at the very least to be able to get Ion up. So that's gonna be it. 51 banners, not the best by far. But man, that was a pretty well modded boss, and having Nest in that team really kind of screws you up. Okay, so there's the Geos. It's pretty much what I was expecting to see, and I was also expecting to see Scoundrels at some point. The Scoundrels I'll probably end up using my Emperor Palpatine team against. Maybe. I could also use Emperor Palpatine over here against his Ackbar team, maybe. Is used. Alright, so I do have Jedi Revan and I have a Bastila team, but I'm I'm gonna need to use my my entire Jedi Revan team, especially since I don't have Yoda. I have to use it all against these Geos here. That's gonna have to be the team I use here. I don't really have much of a choice. I could take out Hermit Yoda, and I could put in Ahsoka, and that would save Hermit Yoda for one of my other teams to help recover protection. And this should be able to take these guys out. So we're gonna go for this. It's nice that he did not set his Grievous on defense. Okay, so we're gonna focus on the Brood Alpha here. We're gonna give the buffs to Ezra. He's gonna do the most damage. Okay, so now they're getting all their crap off. And there goes Savior. Okay, gonna do the AoE. Toss that turn meter over here. Big hit, unfortunately not enough. Let's try to toss a buff immunity. Didn't get the buff immunity, but I did get a good hit. Come on. Gotta get over to Jolie so he can do a res. Go. Keep on focusing on the Brood Alpha. There we go. Alright. So now this should be won, especially if I can get their I can get rid of their spy back there. We're gonna go ahead and toss this over here. I'll finish you off. Okay, you can call Ahsoka to regen a little bit of protection there. Not enough for full banners. So we're gonna try to max out banners on Jedi Revan. So 57 banners. This is not the most efficient match by far. This guy did set a pretty good defense. Okay, so now we have some Scoundrels to go through, as well as his Palpatine, or his clones and his Ackbar. So I've got Rex Wampa with Hoda and Nest. I've got Palpatine, and I've got Imperial Troopers. Now he does have Rex in here. Oh, there goes the client restart that I've been waiting on for a little while. They said that a client update was going to go live right now, and there it is. They announced that an hour ago, so I was hoping to get this done before that. Unfortunately, that was not the case today. Almost there. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay. So we have Scoundrels, we have Clones, and we have Ackbar. Rex I know is now like super fast. He's got 225 here, and he's got like plus 8% speed or something like that. 4% speed for each 501st. So he is super fast. How much did I say his speed was? Trying to do some quick math in my head here. So 225. Let's see here. So that's gonna be about 5 speed for per 501st ally, and he's got 4 of those. So that's gonna be roughly plus 20 speed if my math is correct. Because a clone sergeant does not count as a 501st. So my troopers should still be able to outspeed them. And provided that that's the case, these guys should be able to mow through them. And I should have like 285 speed or something on my column, on my Stark. So yeah, I definitely go first. We are gonna focus on Rex for sure first off, because I do not want him to get that turn meter gain. There we go, perfect. And the rest of this is gonna be a piece of cake. So. Go. That's a nice easy 60 banners. Alright, so we have now a Ackbar team, and we have Scoundrels. So what I've got left is Palpatine and Rex Wampa combination of some sorts. So against this Kira team, L3 is going to be an issue if I use Palpatine. And not having Thrawn makes that a lot rougher. I think what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to use that Rex Hoda team. It's probably going to be way overkill. But I would rather go in with overkill than risk a loss. So we're going to do this. I mean, Nest may even be able to solo this all by himself. He is just so powerful. But we are gonna start by dispelling that taunt on L3. She may get it back pretty much immediately, but plan's going, get some dazes out there. Go for a stun. We are focusing hard on Vandor, trying to prevent him from getting that prepared action going on there. They are really focusing down on my Rex. Vandor's almost down. Go for some dazes. Right. They'll go ahead and finish Vandor off there. And we're gonna start working here on Embo. He is the next biggest threat, I would say. There it goes. Right, so Greedo is kind of the next big threat just because of his multi-attacks, but him being dazed is not that big of a deal, not that it matters at all now. And try to regen some protection here on Hoda. Get as much banners as I can back. Put him under stealth. I'm not going to be able to get to full banners, I'm sure. But we're gonna just kind of try to extend it as much as we can. I'd have to get to his special in order to regen any protection, and I don't think that 20% would have gotten him back to full. So 57 banners. I did get an undersized squad win there, which is nice for the feats. And now we have his Ackbar team. Not super threatening. my Palpatine will make this fairly easy, I think. We'll bring in Probe Droid more for the Dispel. I don't like using his blow-up ability. And we can use Tarkin for the control. I don't picture myself actually needing Shore Trooper here. He shouldn't get very many turns if... Well, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna use the Shore Trooper and play it safe. Because Lord knows that the minute that I don't, he's gonna just go off on me. So, and I completely was not thinking that he had Biggs in there. So I'm definitely glad that I did that. Gets all that cleanse. We're gonna try to land a shock on her so that she can't go under stealth. Here we go. She's down. Now the goal is to try to get the taunt back up as soon as I can so that no one else loses protections. Get those debuffs in there. Go ahead and remove turn meter off of Ezra over there. Remove all those buffs. And of course the Zeta Old Ben was able to get that taunt right back. He's down now. Next biggest threat is gonna be Ezra. Except for the turn meter gain that Biggs can constantly. I don't think that he's got what, 5 debuffs? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more crit chance down. 5 debuffs. I don't think that's enough for Vader to one-shot him, so we're gonna finish off Ezra, who's about to take a turn anyways. And we're basically trying to bide our time and get back over to like a Palpatine stun. I don't think we're gonna be able to get to. So he's gonna be taking some turns. Good news though, he's shocked now, so he's not gonna gain bonus turn meter. Alright, so that's that. 59 banners. I would not have gotten 59 banners, I don't think, if I had not brought Shore Troopers, so that's something. Alright, so first showing in the new Grand Arena, 1,883 banners, having to two-shot his Darth Revan team. And now we just have to wait and see what he gets against me. He has Grievous, but he doesn't have a Grievous Suicide Squad. He has Jedi Revan, he has Padme, he has his... no, he does not have his Darth Revan. He's got CLS. He's got a lot of those major teams still. But he's at least gonna have to take 2 teams against my Darth Revan. I can pretty much guarantee that. He's just like me. I had to take 2 teams against his Darth Revan. He's gonna have to do the same. His Jedi Revan's gonna have to be saved for my Grievous team, most likely. He may be able to mirror match it, but that'd be pretty risky. Seeing as how I've got the Gear 13. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens, and we'll check back tomorrow. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope that you enjoyed Grand Arena Round 1.